Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? How are you today? Let me know if you are having a beautiful day. Go ahead and put in the chat or at least the comment down below. Just hit a number 1 if you're having a beautiful day. If you're excited that it's that it's Wednesday and that the week is half over for many of you. And if it's not, I'm sorry, but and I wish you all the best. But anyways, you guys, I am Carissa Atkins. I'm the CEO and founder of 365 Daily Hustle. I own a global coaching company that helps purpose-driven women boss up and get healthy so that they can truly show up and thrive in this wonderful world. I help women get healthy and stay healthy and look fit and confident and just own their feminine power. I like to call myself a certified badass. But anyways, you guys, I'm very similar to all of you, right? I wear multiple hats. I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I have 2 kids, 1 husband. I have 3 fur baby dogs, 1 cat. I of course, I have a team of professionals. I'm a 2-time author, 2-time best-selling author. I'm an award-winning international speaker. And I tell you all of this because I want you to know that you are no different than I, right? I am no different than you. And when it comes to achieving your life's goals and dreams and visions, and ultimately, I'm going to use a lot of health and fitness stuff right now because that's what I'm like a junkie all over about. Like I really love health and fitness. But if you are trying to achieve health goals, you need to be able to show up consistently, right? Consistency is king when it comes to showing up and achieving those goals. Now, yes, there's lots of strategies that I could give you today, but when I really look back at the clients that I've served, at the clients, potential clients and women in my following on my Instagram pages, on, my email blasts, they all come down to similar things that they struggle with. And they all say things like, Carissa, if I could just show up consistently for the things that would help me get the job done. Right? If you're a business owner, maybe it's showing up consistently, taking the sales calls, the cold calls, the lead gen, the Facebook posts, the, putting yourself out there. It's showing up consistently that's going to grow your business. It's rare when we have instant success. Can it happen? Absolutely. When you're in alignment and when you feel really great. So getting a healthy body, right? Getting to lose the weight, melting fat, getting into shape, becoming the best version of you is no different. You have to show up consistently if you want to see and create a life of long-term results. Okay. So because this is a constant common denominator that a lot of people struggle with, this whole idea of showing up consistently, I thought I would give you 5 tips today on how I personally show up consistently to grow my business, to be a great mom, to be my best self, to show up healthy. I'm going to give you all these tips. Now, again, examples I may give are in that health and fitness, area, that industry, because that's my jam. But you can use these tips in all areas of life. Okay. Life, business, and of course, health and wellness. So tip number one is that when you are, needing to show up consistently, like needing to wake up every day and get up and go to the gym, and needing every week to take an hour to food plan and food prep, it all does come down to that consistency. But there are days and times that we just don't feel like doing it. Right? But we don't do what we feel sometimes. Sometimes you have to bust through the I don't want to do it and just get the shit done. And how I get shit done is when I'm not feeling my best, when I'm feeling stuck in a rut, when I don't feel like getting up at 3:45 in the morning, when I don't feel like food prepping on a Sunday because I'd rather be out on the boat spending time with family or in the sun, right? When I don't feel like doing it, guess what? I reconnect with my why. I have to always think of my long-term vision. There are days in my business that I'm like, what is all this for? Am I tired? Yes. Am I tired of doing sales calls? Like, should I just go back to a corporate job that was easy? And yes, that'd be the easy way to go, right? but that wouldn't line up with my long-term vision, my vision and mission and purpose in life. The reason why God put me on this earth is he gave me gifts to speak. And he gave me all kinds of tough lessons and experiences that I had to go through in order to help others. And now it is my job, it's my purpose in life to help other women overcome some of their biggest challenges too. So I've gone through the muck, but I always have to realign with my why. The very thing that's going to keep you motivated and showing up consistently is if you start to if you really start to think about the why. And I don't just want surface level why, right? So when I was 213 pounds, if you guys didn't know that, surprise, I used to be obese. I used to be 213 pounds, totally unhealthy. My relationship with exercise, food, sex, money, mindset, it was garbage. It was garbage. If you haven't heard my story, go back to other posts, go check out my podcast, go watch my TV shows. You will know that I was once the woman, like the woman you see today, I was once a different woman. Okay. That was about 12 years ago. But when I was 213 pounds, of course, my first was like, well, why do you want to lose this weight, Carissa? And I was like, well, of course I want to look good and I want to feel healthy. Who doesn't? Even healthy people want to be healthier and fit and more confident. Okay. But I had to keep digging deep until I found my why. And my why, which kept me motivated still to this day to make my health and my well-being a priority, is the fact that I didn't want to die. Yes, I was smacked with some real hard to hear truth 12 years ago. She said, if you don't change your lifestyle, you will not be around more than likely 10 years from now. That was the path of destruction I was on. That doctor got real with me. Okay. So you have to figure out your why. If you're a business owner and you're like, why do I put myself through this? It's such a lonely road being an entrepreneur sometimes. Why? I mean, sales calls don't go your way. You don't hit, maybe you just had a 20K month, but now you hit a 0 month and you're like, why do I want to do all this? You have to realign with your vision, your long-term vision. And if it isn't crystal clear, you will not get very far. Okay. So step number 1 is to really ask yourself, what do I want and why? Why? Because that bit of motivation is going to carry you through the tough times. I promise you that. Step number 2 that really keeps me like pushing and digging and showing up consistently for my best life is my calendar. Oh my gosh, my schedule keeps me on point, right? If I look at your calendar and I see nothing but work events, guess what that tells me? It tells me that you're very dedicated to work and career and business. But if you're trying to lose weight and feel great, and I don't see gym time, I don't see time for self-reflection, I don't see maybe a coaching call with a weight loss coach, I don't see appointments like that on your calendar, that tells me that you actually don't care. Because what is a priority to us gets scheduled. Okay, if you got to go see a doctor, you schedule that in and you don't let anyone take that time slot from you. So why wouldn't you schedule in all of your other priorities that match your why? When I wanted to lose 100 pounds, guess what? I was like, Carissa, you're going to have to work out every day. You're going to just start to eat less food. And then eventually became, you're going to eat cleaner and you're going to hire a coach and you're going to do all these amazing things. But I had to schedule it in. If you look at my calendar now, it's pretty much like a self-care sandwich. I start my day off with me. Midday, I do like a grounding meditation, really sets the intention. At the end of the night, I do, hypnosis sessions. Like it is a full self-care sandwich. Think of a club, right? Every layer of bread is an appointment for me. In the mornings, I work out. In the mornings, I do my spiritual practice. Midday, I do like an end of the day ritual and I focus in on all my wins. And then at night, I again wrap it up with more mindset work. I do me, and that's okay. So you guys, you've got to schedule in what's important. My schedule, and I know it seems entirely crazy, but like everything's color coded, everything is so beautifully organized. But that like that set of organizational skills that I have has allowed me to be incredibly successful, not just in my health, not just with my other personal life, but also my business. So get your ass a calendar and start scheduling it. Which brings me to tip number 3, which is all about creating boundaries. You're not creating boundaries for you. You're also creating boundaries to protect you from other people. Everyone is going to come to you for advice and they want to pick your brain and they want to network with you. Why? Because you're a freaking rock star, right? If you're like me, everyone used to want to have like one-to-ones with me, coffee connections, because I had such great ideas. I helped them grow their businesses. I help them come up with plans and strategies. I am energetic, as you can tell. So people want that. They feed off of that. But if I allowed every hour of every day to be, to be for everyone else, I would never be where I am at either. So along with creating boundaries, there really comes a 2-step process. You have to first identify what you're willing to put up with and what you're no longer willing to put up with. Okay. Once you do that, you have to like start communicating. So you have to communicate to your team members. You have to communicate to the bosses. You have to communicate to your family. You have to communicate to yourself. You have to kind of draw a line in the sand that says, Carissa, you're going to do this. You're going to show up. And the biggest thing with setting boundaries is you're going to need to learn to get really comfortable with saying no. Because if it isn't a hell yes, it's a hell freaking no. If your yes doesn't support your bigger vision and your bigger why, then why are you doing it? Right? We get so busy in the day-to-day life and we say yes to things and we say yes to appointments and we say yes, yes, yes. But really, that really says no to you. So if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to get healthy, if you're trying to find purpose, if you're trying to launch your business, start saying yes to you. Start saying yes to those priorities. Start saying yes to the action steps that are actually going to take you somewhere. Not all the little piddly stuff that we fill our calendars with that's really useless. It's useless. If it ain't making you a buck, stop doing it. Okay. And if it's making you $1, but it's so time consuming and you don't love doing it, delegate it. Okay. If you're a leader watching this today, delete, delegate, or do, but pick through one of those 3 and just do it, right? You either hire your team members to do things for you, you just get the shit done yourself, or you delete it all together. Okay. You're not gonna be able to do it all. Okay. I know that's a really sad thing for some of you to hear. You're not gonna be able to do it all. Great. Okay. You can like multitask and half-ass every project you're working on, or you can say, you know what? I got a great team for that. I'm going to let go of it and I'm going to actually step into something I'm supposed to be doing. The 4th tip is you've got to focus on the progress over perfection. I know, I'm going to say that one more time. You've got to focus on all of your progress that you've done every single day instead of like the end goal or this sense of perfection. You chasing perfection is a joke. Okay. You thinking that it's finally going to be enough is a joke. And I'm telling you, I've learned these lessons the hard way. Because if you're like me, if you're an ambitious driven woman, that what is enough, right? Like, great. I don't just want to cap out at 100K. Are you kidding me? I want to tap out 100 million, right? So I'm going to constantly climb because that's who I am. So I used to believe that I'm just chasing this sense of success. And I'm like, that doesn't even make sense, right? Because what happens when the water is so full, it's going to overflow and I'm going to want to fill up another jug. Okay. So you've got to focus in on all the baby steps that are going to get you to the bigger long run. Okay. So if you're trying to lose weight, I want you to focus in on, all the little things, all of the mindful eating, all of the little, like the 10-minute workouts, the 1-minute walk instead of the 60-minute HIIT class, which I hope you're not doing a 60-minute HIIT class because that would be crazy. But you get what I mean. I need you to at the end of every day, I literally sit down. It's part of my end of the day ritual. I sit down and I think, what did I do really great today? What is a win today? What led me to the next level of success today? And you've got to be looking for that. You've got to be searching for like signs from the universe, signs from God that says, I got you. Look here's a free lead for you. Here's someone who called you. Here's, 10 new subscribers. That is success. You've got to focus in on all the progress. I promise if you're just looking at the top of the mountain, it's going to seem so freaking intimidating. You're never going to want to climb it. One step at a time, one step, 1%, right? One habit, one shift, one time saying no every day, 1% change will get you 365% better a year from now. Think about that. All right, y'all. And the fifth and final tip for you, and then I'm outie 500 because I got to go do something else, is accountability. So when it comes to showing up consistently for your life, you're not going to be perfect at first. In fact, you are your worst critic anyways. So why wouldn't you hire a coach or ask someone to mentor you? You need someone supporting you, someone challenging you, someone guiding you on your way to success. You need someone there holding you accountable in a most loving way, not a way that makes you feel guilty for not doing something. No, that's what our spouses and friends are for. Right? But a coach, like, I don't know about you, but I coach my women with tough love accountability. I hold their hand, I meet them where they are, and I get them to where they want to go. You need accountability. Tony Robbins, Serena Williams, Oprah Winfrey, Carissa Atkins, we all have accountability partners. We all have coaches. We all invest in ourselves and our success. So there you have it, you guys. Those are my 5 biggest tips for like creating more consistency, because consistency creates discipline, and discipline creates like this automatic, right? Like every morning I get up at 3:45, like it's automatic now. That at one point in my life was extremely hard to do. 9 a.m. was really hard for me to do back in the day. So to think, gosh, I have 6 more hours in my day because I'm not as lazy and I have more discipline. Ha! Right? So I am curious. Feel free to drop in the chat, what was your biggest takeaway from today's live, right? From today's teaching? What was your takeaway? What was your aha moment, if you heard one? Or what is something that you may have heard that you resonate with that you're like, oh yeah, I used to do that. I'm going to go do that now. Yes, go ahead and drop it down below. I'd love to see your information. And if you have some better strategies or some more strategies I should add to my plate of awesomeness, feel free to drop your strategy on how you stay consistent. All right, y'all, you have a beautiful day.